morning, it's January 15th, and this is your daily brief in science. Here's everything you need to know. A new study links extreme heat in 2023, the hottest year on record, to rising ocean temperatures. Oceans, which absorb about 90% of heat from global warming, soaked up significantly more heat in 2023 than in previous years. Rising water temperatures and salinity lead to stratification affecting heat, oxygen, and carbon exchange between the ocean and atmosphere. The warming oceans contribute to extreme weather events and have absorbed an amount of heat equivalent to billions of Olympic-sized swimming pools. Scientists are monitoring ocean temperatures and El Niño's intensity and duration, concerned about the ocean's long-term capacity to absorb more heat. The Copernicus Climate Change Service, C3S, announced that 2023 was the hottest year on record, 1.48 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. The extreme temperatures in 2023 resulted in various climate extremes, including wildfires and floods. The warming trend aligns with climate projections, indicating future years may be even hotter. The trend is driven by rising greenhouse gas concentrations, highlighting the urgent need to reduce emissions. While not the hottest year in all regions, 2023 demonstrated the global trend of increasing temperatures. The record-breaking ocean temperatures are significant as the ocean acts as a heat reservoir, absorbing most additional heat from global warming. The study highlights the urgency of addressing climate change and preparing for potentially hotter years ahead. Global shark populations are declining, with the number of sharks killed from fishing increasing from 76 million to over 80 million per year between 2012 and 2019. At least 25 million of these sharks were threatened species. High demand for shark fins in Asian markets has pushed several species towards extinction. Regulations intended to eliminate shark finning have ironically incentivized the market for shark meat, leading to increased catch of smaller sharks, including juveniles. The decline in the fin trade and the increase in the use of gill nets and trawls in high mortality areas have contributed to a shift in species targeted by fisheries. Sharks are essential for maintaining the balance of marine ecosystems, and their loss can have significant impacts. Despite efforts, 1 in 3 shark species worldwide is currently threatened with extinction. The study highlights the need for a more targeted approach to reducing shark mortality and emphasizes the effectiveness of shark sanctuaries and protected areas. The Gigantopithecus blacki, a large primate species related to orangutans, has been discovered. The species went extinct approximately 250,000 years ago due to climate change. The giant ape lived in southern China for about 2 million years but was unable to adapt to the changing environment. Dry seasons and fewer fruits in forests led to food shortage for these apes. Analysis of their teeth and the study of sediment layers and pollen revealed that climate change was the cause of their extinction. This discovery disproves previous theories of human involvement in their extinction. The study provides insights into the impact of climate change on ancient species and the vulnerability of large animals when food sources are affected. The gut or digestive system processes and absorbs nutrients from food through a complex network of cells and tissues. The enteric nervous system, functioning almost independently from the brain, and glial cells play crucial roles in gut health. Glia were once considered passive but are now known to maintain the gut's barrier, regulate contractions, and communicate with other cells. Recent research identified different subtypes of enteric glia that sense food and signal gut contractions. Understanding glial cells could lead to new treatments for gastrointestinal disorders and pain symptoms. Glia are among the first responders to gut injury or inflammation, and their dysfunction can contribute to chronic autoimmune disorders and inflammatory bowel diseases. Glia also play a role in gut pain by sensitizing neurons, and targeting glia could potentially alleviate pain associated with inflammatory gut disorders. The gut microbiome, consisting of trillions of microbes, interacts with the gut's nervous system and affects brain function. Imbalances in the gut microbiome have been linked to obesity, depression, and autoimmune disorders. Researchers are exploring interventions like probiotics to manipulate the gut microbiome for therapeutic purposes, but more research is needed to understand the complex relationship between the gut, the brain, and overall health. African countries are suffering from food and nutrition insecurity due to over-reliance on a few crops. This reliance has led to a loss of diverse food sources, despite Africa's rich edible plant biodiversity. The continent could potentially self-sustain by growing underused but nutritious crops able to withstand heat and drought. Policy changes are necessary to promote these crops and to dispel associated social stigmas. The current monoculture-focused industrial agri-food system has resulted in ecological degradation and food insecurity. Climate change has worsened hunger, poverty, and inequality due to the neglect of agrobiodiversity. Incorporating neglected crops could improve resilience, reduce poverty, and aid rural development. Diversifying crops has proven beneficial for smallholder farmers in terms of diet diversity and market sales. Empowering women through the cultivation of these crops could be another positive effect. Mainstreaming these crops could lead to a more socially just agri-food system and empower African communities to achieve food sovereignty, sustainable livelihoods, and environmental well-being. This has been your daily brief in science. To read more about these stories, follow the links in the episode bio. You can also subscribe to these updates at www.brief.news. And for more daily podcasts about the topics you love, visit www.brief.news/podcasts. Tune in tomorrow. We'll be back with everything you need to know.